Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl, Star Flames. In this video, we're gonna talk about Jaylan Banks apologizing for calling Falynn Pina a groomer while he was on a podcast. Now, Jaylan Banks called Falynn Pina a groomer, saying that she basically groomed him. Falynn Pina clapped back with a groomer t-shirt saying lemons, because the boy is basically sour, and she had the boy is a liar playing in the background. Now, we know that Falynn Pina is Simon Gobadia's ex-wife. Simon Gobadia is now married to Portia Williams. This story is like so messy. All parties involved, I believe, they are a bunch of toxic narcissists, all parties involved. That is what I believe. I believe that there's no saint in the circle. Everyone saw an opportunity. Everyone was just messing around, betraying everyone. We have Portia, who is now married to Simon. Seems as though things are going okay so far. But we know the history. Simon's ex-wives accuse him of cheating, narcissism, doesn't pay child support, doesn't pay spousal support. And Falynn Pina was, before her divorce, she had similar complaints as Simon's ex-wives. Now, Portia is there. Portia is letting the world know that Simon is a good man. He's nothing like what Falynn Pina painted him to be, right? And now we have Jaylan Banks, who decided that he was going to heat things up a bit during this podcast interview and let people know that his baby mama, Falynn Pina, groomed him. When the reality is, I don't see how it is that you consciously got involved with a woman who you knew was married at the time, and then when the burdens of getting involved with her became too much, you're calling her a groomer. For me, that was definitely a no-no. Take accountability for your actions. She may have told you a lot of things that were true, hoping that you'll feel sorry for her and, give her a pity party. But at the same time, you made a conscious decision to get involved with a woman whose husband you were working with. You got involved with a married woman. If you wanted to be her friend, you could take her to therapy, wait in your car outside, and get her back home, and, get her some girlfriends who she can hang out with so that, she can maybe hopefully heal. But you saw an opportunity, you took it, and then went on this podcast and is now labeling this woman as a groomer. Now, as such, it seems as though Jaylan had faced some backlash for his comment, because after the podcast was aired, he then took to his Instagram page to issue an apology for his words. And Jaylan Banks is saying, and I quote, "I would like to address a recent statement I made during my interview on the Relationships Matter podcast, where I used the term grooming incorrectly while discussing my past relationship with Falynn Pina. My choice of words was a mistake, and I want to set the record straight. In that interview, I intend to describe Falynn Pina's behavior as manipulative, not as grooming. I recognize the gravity and sensitivity surrounding the term grooming, and I want to make it clear that is not what I meant. My intention was to highlight the manipulative aspects of our relationship, which had caused distress." Now, he also said that he had a lot more to say. He also said that since the interview, I've noticed that Falynn has attempted to turn the situation into a joke to further her own gain. This behavior raises concern about her character and her apparent insensitivity towards the seriousness of the matter at hand. It is unfortunate that she has chosen this path rather than addressing the real issues that were discussed during the interview. I want to emphasize that while I apologize for the incorrect term I used, I do not apologize for calling out her manipulative actions during our relationship. It's crucial to recognize and acknowledge such behavior, especially when it affects individuals on a personal level. Moving forward, I hope this clarification helps dispel any misunderstanding. My intention was to shed light on the challenges I faced during that time, not to create controversy or accuse anyone of grooming. I appreciate your understanding and the opportunity to correct this communication. Right? Now, that was the end of what Jalen Banks had to say about the mother of his child. No, the reality is, I do believe that Falynn Pina is manipulative, but I also believe that Jalen Banks wasn't ready to be involved with a woman of Falynn Pina's strength. I believe that during her moment of weakness, Jalen Banks himself saw an area of opportunity, and he thought that if he made Falynn felt good enough in bed, she would keep him around and take care of him. But as he got involved with her, he realized that Falynn Pina had a dominant spirit. She's a alpha female, and as such, he had to be a man, prove himself to be a man. I also believe that Falynn Pina wanted Jalen Banks to, step up the pace. I believe that Jalen Banks had goals for himself. Falynn Pina wasn't happy with the pace that Jalen was moving at because she believes that he could have been doing a lot better and working a lot harder. Jalen didn't see the need to do so because Jalen was like, it's just me and my child. Why do I need to take care of your other kids? My reason for saying that is because while Jalen was with Falynn Pina, he basically said that Falynn's burdens were too much for him. And the reality is that is something that he should have considered before he got involved with her. So that for me was a highlight that he got involved with this woman as an area of opportunity without even thinking what would happen to this relationship 3 or 6 months down the line. And when the pressure was too much, he had to bail. And I believe that Falynn is definitely manipulative, and I believe that what he experienced wasn't just manipulation. I believe he experienced a alpha female on a level like never before, and it threatened his ego as well as masculinity. I believe that Falynn Pina could have effeminated him or emasculate him just the same, while he felt as though he was groomed, and hence the reason why the word came out. But Jalen needs to accept his share of responsibility, or else he will not get the closure that he's seeking. Now, he also took it up on himself to go on that podcast interview, and as such, Falynn Pina does not owe him anything that came out in that interview. If he had asked Falynn Pina to accompany him to therapy so that he could get closure peacefully, that is something that I would definitely understand. But throwing the mother of your child under the bus and saying that your intention was to shed light on the challenges that you face and to get an opportunity to have things corrected and for Falynn to basically take accountability. When you go public with sensitive stuff, it's not going to work in your favor, and it will backfire exactly as it did. So I believe that Jalen Banks is too weak for Falynn Pina. Falynn Pina knows that he's weak, and he's just displayed his weakness. And being that alpha female and narcissist that she was gloating in that moment with that groomer t-shirt. And it reminded Jalen of when he was with her, how she used to gaslight and manipulate him, so it further triggers him. But he just needs to move forward and get some help and take accountability as well for his actions. And that's all I have to share in this video with you guys. Let me know what your thoughts are about Jalen Banks calling Falynn Pina a groomer and Falynn Pina clapping back, the groomer t-shirt, calling him a liar, and then Jalen Banks having to apologize for using the term groomer. I want to hear from you guys. And while you're at it, give this video a big thumbs up, share if you care, and see you all later. Bye guys.